We are live with it. What's going on? We're about to recap the divisional round of the playoffs, which was pretty fun. I think this might be the first year we actually had some underdogs that like making it this far. Usually the favorites making the wins, like good teams lock in. But as always, go down, like and subscribe, comment along, comment if you're watching this video afterwards, what y'all thought on the weekend. I'm Paul Pick'em Winner, and I'm joined with.
You already know, man. It's the boy Kev, one of the boys, the boy, aka the Don Pye, always the realest on your screen. And Paul, man, there were some moments. There were some moments this week that really had you tossing and turning when you went to sleep at night.
Nah, I'm not gonna lie. Everything went exactly. Nah, not everything went exactly, but the the games I was confident on, it went how I thought they would go. The games I wasn't confident on, I got a fucking electric banger. Like this two, like the two game, like the Chiefs and Eagles are two people where you're like, put gun to your head, Paul, pick two teams you think's moving on for sure. Like those would have been the two, and like they did what they're supposed to. The other two teams that I didn't feel confident on, fucking I mean, you can't ask for nothing more from the Bills and Ravens game, and then the Commanders and Lions like offensive fucking showdown that happened.
Yeah, definitely offensive showdown like a motherfucker. I would have looked fucking stupid because of course you got to get you a dog. So I would have took the Rams over the Eagles, thinking like, yeah, man, they're gonna shock the world, and I'm gonna look so fucking good because my preseason pick said the Rams was gonna get upset. We thought it was the 49ers. It's actually gonna be the Eagles and go to the NFC Championship. Boo. So we're gonna wait till we get into that. That didn't happen. I would have thought the Lions, they're gonna dominate, they're gonna hold it down, defense is gonna lock in. No, that didn't happen. And lastly, I would have said, yo, Lamar and the Ravens, this is their year. They're gonna make it happen. No, no. And I would have told you the Chiefs were just gonna use some black magic to beat the Texans.
Yeah, that the Chiefs and Eagles are my two confident picks. Outside of that, I'm pretty sure I'm happy with what I got because at this point I'm rooting for Jane Daniels. Go do the impossible, my guy.
Impossible. I don't know. You got to stop Saquon, kid. That's a whole nother conversation. But before we get into that, did you see that national championship?
Oh, Ohio State, they did that thing. That was
Yeah, kid. First off, that game, I was in Dave and Buster's sleeping, kid. Niggas got me slipping bad. So, I actually think I have a picture of this somewhere. But they were it was a good game, but I just was like mad that oh here it goes.
oh yeah, that boy, that boy, there that boy Kev go.
I don't only do it on the podcast, America. I do it everywhere. Sure. But yeah, it was a good game. But I was mad because I felt like Notre Dame could have did like made it like kind of thrilling. They could have made it like a oh shit, here go Notre Dame. They just got the touchdown. Now they got the fumble. Come down to score another touchdown. Oh shit. It's only a one possession game now. Man, Ohio
Ohio,
State defense locked
it
in.
was Ohio State when they first three drives. I think it was just they walked them down, and that's one of the best defenses in the country. And then after that, Ohio State kind of stalled out. Notre Dame tried making it a game in the fourth quarter, and I guess they did make it a game but then Ohio State, the fact that they called it was like third and short, and you're expecting them to run the ball because they're gonna get stopped. You chew the clock, you punt it away. The Notre Dame only has like a minute. You know, you start playing that clock game. We get no more timeouts for Notre Dame. Game's almost over, and just rely on your defense. Don't let them tie it up. Instead, they call an all go. Everybody go. And Jeremiah Smith, the guy, the fucking 5-star freshman, the fucking guy. He goes out there and gets that deep ball, fucking wins the game for him right there. Now we can just kneel. Now we can just kill the clock, kick a field goal, game over. Basically, here I was like, wow.
Dead ass. And the scariest thing about them, Jeremiah Smith, is that he told us last game before they played I think he told us 2 games ago before when they played Oregon. He said, yo, bro, if y'all play man, we taking a shot. The boys looked.
One. I fell for the corner. The corner they showed the video where the corner's like what the fuck? They all got me one on one with an island with Jeremiah Smith here, and I guess that's not where you want to be. But
You don't want to be that kid. He showed why.
yeah, no,
On
but
third down, yeah, you don't want to be that kid.
in Ohio State, I mean, they did it like this was their year. I thought it was really gonna be them versus Georgia, but Notre Dame, good year on out of them. I mean, but this is just another year where just they don't win the Natty.
I'm mad because I didn't pick a winner. I picked like who I wouldn't think was going to be a national championship before the brackets came out. So I was like, yeah, Ohio State, Texas, book it. And like that was the game before. Like it literally couldn't happen.
No, but I can't wait for next year because it's gonna be even more like the 12 team going into 16, I believe, the following year. It's gonna be even more electric.
I don't know. I'm scared because like a lot of niggas got fucked up. Like a lot of individuals, a lot of teams got blown out. So I'm just like, I don't know. Like,
See, Miami would have made it, and Alabama would have made it. They would have moved it to 16, which I feel like would have been some fun games right there. Whoever they would have got lined up against.
I don't know. But Alabama won their bowl game.
No, they didn't go to the bowl game, but it would have been, or if it wouldn't have been them, it would have been Ole Miss, who also I thought Ole Miss should have made it. Personally, I thought they were a good team.
No, Alabama didn't get no bowl game at all.
Oh, they did get a bowl game. I don't know who they. I can't remember. They played Michigan, and oh, they lost their bowl game. Yeah, they lost to Michigan, and they had their starters in.
Oh no, kid.
Yeah, that was bad. Bad look. Milrow in the gutter.
That boy running back, they say.
Yeah, but yeah,
But
good weekend of football because we had that going on. I guess that was after the playoffs. That was Monday, right?
Saturday, Sunday, Monday, kid. And I just think it's funny that like I feel like the NFL is just like a yeah, we're not budging on Sundays, boys. Y'all got to play a national championship on Monday every time, and we're taking Saturday too.
But it makes for a good as, and it was MLK Day, so a lot of people were off. Yeah,
Some yeah, it was a great day.
let's get into these divisional games here. Going down the slate. Chiefs Texans. Chiefs get to win 23-14. Travis Kelce, Mahomes finally start cooking up. Um,
Most receiving yards all season.
yeah, well, I think it was like 117. No run game. I felt like the whole game out of the Chiefs until like fourth quarter when they actually don't. Whenever they need to run the ball, that should start working. But throughout the game, I felt like it was a lot of Mahomes and the receivers that had were the ones moving the ball. Uh, Harrison Buckner, automatic. Don't have to worry about him on kicking the field goals. And Texans, they just kind of had empty possessions, a lot of punts, a lot of no points put on the board.
I think the Chiefs, in my opinion, are the most are the greatest uninspiring team of all time. Like I've never seen a team that I could just watch and just be so uninspired. Like I just watch them and I just think like they're not doing anything crazy. They're making the plays necessary and they're doing what they need to do to win. It's quite interesting. But like they're getting it done. A lot I didn't peep I was like watching this game while doing shit. So like they're saying special teams, faulty special teams is kind of one of the reasons why the Chiefs also won this game. But
Yeah, they got a field goal blocked towards the end of the game that would have made it one possession, and then you got to play the time game and get the ball back. And they missed the field goal earlier in the game. That was like the empty. Like they had good yardage. They're getting down the field, but it's empty, but no points because of faulty special teams. And then towards the third quarter or fourth quarter, they go for it on fourth down because of how they don't trust the special teams, and then they get stopped on the fourth down. So I think the Chiefs defense is like the most unsung hero throughout the league. They're not the best unit, but like in crunch time situations and big games and all that,
I'm
like
gonna
they're up there. Like
I'm gonna call them. I'm gonna call them.
Texans still too young, a little banged up. They I mean, Stroud, what, second season? I mean, Jaden Daniels is deception, but Stroud's second season, they back to back seasons in the playoffs, or did he go to the playoffs last
Yeah,
season?
they went to the playoffs last year, but I think they got knocked out. No, they got a dub.
I'm getting him kind of mixed up with Jordan Love too, but I mean, Texas got something to build upon. I feel like you can't be upset. And plus, everybody kind of in the South, except for Texans fans, everybody knew you're not fucking with the Chiefs off a bye, Black Magic, Taylor Swift in the suites.
I mean, I shout out Travis Kelce for looking good in this. I think they said it's like 15 games in a row. He's had five receptions in the playoffs. So that's something you love about Travis Kelce. He's probably one of the most consistent motherfuckers in the league right now when it comes to playoff
Yeah,
productivity. And when I look at this Texans team, I'm just like I would rather have that team than a lot of other teams in the league, right? But also the biggest thing we've learned this season is don't be too quick to praise a motherfucker, but also don't be too quick to downplay a dude. Like just let's watch them play football and see what's up. Because somebody was saying like, "Yo, Deshaun Watson." This no, his exact words were, "I don't know how morally correct I am for saying this, but Deshaun Watson was a better prospect at a young age than CJ Stroud." And I'm like, "Y'all were just saying he was the greatest rookie of all time last year." We're like, just chill, just chill. Let's see what happens.
and I will say the Chiefs, they got a couple calls. The penalty with Mahomes going out of bounds, but he slows down out of before he steps out of bounds, so it makes it look worse. Like shit like that. I mean, you are in the rule book. Like this is like when basketball people pump fake and then they throw their bodies into it. Like they selling it, but it's just not a good look. It's just like the I don't know. I don't like it, but it's in the rule book.
Nah, it was bad because they were showing like the Lamar Jackson plays and all that other shit. So yeah, it was bad. It was just bad. That's something that you should that's not something that's gonna be addressed because the NFL doesn't really give a fuck like that. But that's definitely something niggas is gonna be like,
They're not happy with it.
yeah,
Then we had the upset. The only underdog, or actually, I think the Bills maybe were an underdog, but the commies get the win in Detroit over the Lions. Jared Goff throws three interceptions in this game. Fucking what's his name? Jameson Williams throws an interception in this game when he just says fuck it, throw that bitch up. Defense,
crazy.
Washington defense makes some big. I think one was a pick six as well. They made some big plays, but Jaden Daniels and that offense made like the biggest, like the bigger plays. Like they're getting all the shine right now.
I don't think they punted like that, especially not in the first half. I don't remember seeing them punt too crazy.
Yeah, no, I don't think it was made. The went for it on fourth down.
Yeah, that was another thing. Dan, Dan Campbell ain't give a fuck if it was fourth and two, not Dan Campbell, Dan Quinn. Didn't give a fuck if it was fourth and two, fourth and five. We going for it, no problem.
Yeah, no, they punted one time and it was out of halftime.
Top.
And it was caught. I mean, Jared Goff every outside of the interception before halftime, it was a pick six. Then he throws an interception that leads to a touchdown. He throws an interception, and it's the end of the game. Like it was just the costly turnovers.
Costly. Where's the next gen stats on how costly those turnovers were?
Oh, insane! But I mean, Jane Daniels showing ice in the veins because like it's one thing because you see it sometimes where like teams create turnovers, but then the offense doesn't go out and get points for them. And like that would leave Lions a potential chance to come back in this game. Like even we saw them throw five interceptions and win a game earlier this season. Um,
Facts.
but the fact that they didn't, Washington never took the foot off the gas. They're like, no,
Facts.
we have to leave these motherfuckers in the rear view. Like we have to keep putting points up.
Facts. And that's what the fuck they did. I'm pretty sure after every interception, they scored a touchdown. Because
Yeah,
after the first fumble, they scored a touchdown. Interception. Oh, they took it back and scored. After the third interception, they ended the half. Yeah, the interception, touchdown, and the last interception, they ended the game. So they capitalized. every time they turn the ball over. So damn, shout out this Commanders team, Cliff Kingsbury. They say like, damn, bro, he might be back in the head coaching conversation next year if they keep balling like this.
Yeah, bro. This is what happens when you give him an actual quarterback and not a FaZe clan member.
Bro, they saying they're giving Joe Burrow type vibes right now. But we'll see. You got to be able to stop the run next week against the Eagles. So we'll see.
Eagles are 2-0 against them too, so this should be a fun little matchup. Then we have the Sunday games. Eagles getting the win over the Rams, 28-22. Saquon Barkley, I mean, 205 yards, 2 touchdowns. Jalen Hurts, people are just pulling up the numbers. Like every playoff win for the Eagles, or not the Eagles, every playoff win for Jalen Hurts, his career high is 176 passing yards.
What about it in the Super Bowl? Oh, he lost.
He lost. So every career win, 176 is his career high in a playoff win. Um, I mean, you don't have to do it this year with this O line, Saquon, but yeah, people were just coming at his neck. But that's also Philadelphia for you. I mean, they're winning, but they're gonna find a way to bitch and moan about it. But it all it starts and ends with Saquon Barkley. That's the Eagles' offense, and their defense can lock up.
Yeah, I was about to say, I think it's their defense for me personally. I think their defense can make great plays and great moments because on that last drive, they got the 2 sacks. Like, I'm going to tell you, if you ask from my point of view, the O-line sold. But it's easy to sell when Jalen Carter's hitting you with the meanest swim move and hit you with a mean ass swim move. Like you feel me? So their defense locked up. The corners really didn't start giving up shit crazy until the fourth quarter. So like I think the defense is what keeps the Eagles going. And this offense goes through Saquon. Like everything when Saquon is eating, it opens up everything for them boys. Even if they don't capitalize crazy on it, it opened up so much. It's 200 yards. I'm
205.
just, I'm looking at the Rams. I'm just like, yo, bro, all you have to do is stop this nigga. And like these runs that he's breaking for 62 yards. I don't know what the other run was.
I think it was like 75.
Yeah, he's not getting touched after the second level. Like it don't even matter. Like nobody's even close.
And they're so the Rams, like this was a ball game early. I mean, it
Yeah,
was kind of throw. And at halftime, like I think the Rams were even up or it was tied up. But whenever they got the safety on Jalen Hurts, like Jalen Hurts was kind of fucking up this game for the Eagles. Like they're probably better off handing the ball off to Saquon 50 times. Um, and when he got the safety, the I felt like the momentum was going towards the Rams at that point, and then the defense forces the fumble on Kyron Williams on like the very second, like the second play of their drive, and Kyron Williams like that was
he don't
massive.
fumble like that.
The defense locks up, forces them to kick a field goal on a short drive, and then Matthew Stafford gets sacked the very next drive to fumble the ball. And it was just like back to back backbreakers of like, damn, we're letting the game get away from us because the Eagles made points out of both of those situations. And this is right after y'all get a safety. This is right after like the momentum's supposed to go in your favor. And both times the Eagles defense has snatched that shit right back.
Yeah, shit was crazy.
Yeah, Saquon, his second run was a 78-yard touch, the first play of the drive too. And he turns to before that play, he turns to Jalen Hurts and he goes, "Watch this," and then turns back, and then they hike the ball, he hands it off, and then he takes that bitch for 78 yards.
That's pretty crazy, man. I look at this game and I think Matthew Stafford tried. It was late, but he tried. He tried, and that O line kind of sold him. And
Then I think they had a chance.
yes, they did. They were driving down. Cooper Cup,
Yeah,
and the boys were making plays, and they O line sold them because it
yeah,
starts off with the first, and it's like 1st and 10. They get a 6 yard gain. Next play, O lineman gets a false start. Stupid. So now
sack.
you take you take it back. You feel me? Then they give up a sack. Oh man. So like that there was like I think no, I'm lying. Then they go for another play. They stop them, And then after that, the O line gives up a sack, and Jalen Carter gets back there like it's nobody's business.
Yeah, no. And they were driving too. I forgot they were right there.
Yeah, man.
I forgot how close that game was, right down to the wire.
And they were up by they're only down by 6, so if they kick the field goal, they win. No overtime.
Now instead we got an NFC East Conference Championship coming up this weekend, which should be kind of fun.
Yeah, third time. And the first one, I don't know, like 'cause maybe who was it? Ken Pickett? Kenny Pickett that was the backup. He might end up playing better than Jalen Hurts has been playing these
The
last
way
few
he's
games.
looking, fucking, and then our final game, people are pointing out if Lamar would have won, it would have been first time ever four black quarterbacks in the conference championship game. Instead, Josh Allen gets the win here, 27-25. Bills get the dub in Buffalo. And I mean, it's gonna come down to what the highlights, the spark notes here is the costly turnovers from Lamar and Mark Andrews, and then the Mark Andrews drop that would have probably that not probably would have tied up the game. Like that, those kind of big. I mean, kind of been the pivotal moment of all these games we talked about. The teams that lost, the Texans with their not scoring points, the Lions with their turnovers, the Rams with their turnovers, and then the Ravens, who unfortunately had turnovers. How did you feel watching? I mean, this shit was a fucking barn burner down to the wire.
Definitely. I mean, the Bills, shout out the Bills for locking in, doing what they had to do. I mean, Josh Allen and his team looked so cohesive in the first half. I'm talking about shit was rolling. They're converting on third and fourth down. Josh Allen is doing it with his legs, but throwing that bitch at the same time. James Cook showing that he's that speedy back that can run in the snow. Like, it was just a great showing in that first half. And I think the Ravens defense, they made some adjustments. They locked in and they weren't giving up these touchdowns like they were. So I really, really thought that even though the Ravens offense started slow, they was gonna pick it up and get shit cracked. It ain't happened, Paul.
No, I mean, no save Flowers doesn't help. Rashad Bateman leaves the game, and now you're kind of stuck with the other guys. And I mean, they did it. Like they did enough. They did enough, and this came down to that final play. Like even past the turnovers, they got past all of that, but it's just not. They're not winning, and this was like their season. I mean, everyone felt like they kind of had like this was the best season ever for them. Lamar probably winning his third consecutive MVP. Defense is one of like the best run defense in the league, one of the best pass defenses in the league, and then you lose once again, and you don't even make it to the conference championship this year around. So it is just a bummer for I know Baltimore and the Ravens. Josh Allen, on the other hand, like he's supposed to be the turnover machine, but as long as they keep the ball safe, the Bills kind of hard to beat.
Facts. If they're not doing no crazy wild dumb shit, like who's fucking with them?
Like they don't set up good field position for nobody. You're gonna have to score long drives against that defense, and you're gonna have to stop Josh Allen and that and them boys from like, especially third and short, fourth and short. Like his legs are just like, I on short downs like that. I kind of like him over the tush push.
Yeah,
Like
1000%.
him on the goal line when it's 1 or 2 yards, it's automatic. They choose to give that bitch to James Cook. They could have let him take it every time.
I'm fucking crying. But yeah, man, this is the game that made me sick, Paul. Oh man, this game really had my stomach turning. When I looked at all the mistake that the Ravens and the boys made, ugh, that shit was yuck.
And once again, we get a Josh Allen versus Patty Mahomes conference championship. I think it's the third time they're meeting in the conference championship. Third or fourth time. Actually, I think it is the fourth time because they said he's 0-3 against Patty Mahomes in the playoffs. Ooh, but I mean, it was a good ass weekend of football. Started with the Saturday games and we ended with Ohio State winning the Natty.
That was nice, man. I think shit was fine. Shout out the Bills for making their W. The Chiefs getting their W. That's gonna be a fun game. Eagles getting their dub. over my Rams, especially since the O line stole those last couple plays. And the Commanders keeping the fucking lead was crazy because it just felt like they just would never ever just like you said, they didn't take their foot off the gas. And motherfucking they wasn't giving up that 14 for nothing. It
Nothing.
was yeah, it was a great week of football. Hope everybody enjoyed it.
And as always, the unexpected happened. We did not expect the Commander, so that's NFL football for you, baby. As always, go down, like and subscribe, comment on what y'all thought on this weekend. I'm Paul Pickleman, Kev, Waterboy Savoy.